You just bought your dream car. You drove it home. You showed it to your family. Your friends are jealous. Then 3 days later, the dealership calls. There's been a problem with your financing, and just like that, you're about to lose thousands of dollars, and you didn't even know you were being scammed. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Gearhead Garage. Today, I am exposing the single most devastating car dealership scam in America. It's called yo-yo financing, also known as spot delivery, and it's costing buyers an average of $5,000 each. The Federal Trade Commission says it's a widespread problem. But here's the scary part: most victims don't even realize they've been scammed. I'm going to show you exactly how this scam works, why it's so effective, how to spot it before you sign anything, and most importantly, what to do if it's already happened to you. This could save you thousands. Hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. So what exactly is yo-yo financing? The name comes from how dealers manipulate you. They give you the car, then yank it back like a yo-yo when they want to change the terms. Here's how it works in the real world. You go to a dealership on a Saturday night. You find a car you love. You negotiate a price. The finance manager tells you you're approved for a loan at, let's say, 6% interest with $2,000 down. You sign the paperwork. They hand you the keys. You drive home thinking you just bought a car. Everything seems done. Then a week later, maybe 2 weeks, maybe even a month, you get a phone call. The dealership says, "Hey, we've got a problem. Your financing fell through. You need to come back and re-sign the paperwork." When you go back, suddenly the interest rate is 12%. Or they want $5,000 down instead of $2,000. Or they've added 3 more years to your loan term. You're confused. You're angry. You say, "But I already signed a contract." And here's what they tell you: that contract was conditional. The bank rejected it. If you don't agree to these new terms, we need the car back. And then they drop the bomb. "Oh, and by the way, we already sold your trade-in. Or you've been driving the car for 2 weeks, so you owe us for the mileage and depreciation." They've got you trapped. You feel like you have no choice but to accept their new terms. That's yo-yo financing. And it happens to hundreds of thousands of people every single year. Here's why this scam is so psychologically devastating and so financially successful for dealers. First, emotional attachment. By the time the dealer calls you back, you've already fallen in love with that car. You've driven it to work. You've shown it to your parents. You've posted pictures on Instagram. Your kids have been riding in it. The thought of giving it back is embarrassing and heartbreaking. Dealers know this. They're counting on it. Second, the trade-in trap. If you traded in your old car, the dealer has already sold it or sent it to auction. Legally, they're supposed to give you the cash value if you cancel the deal, but they'll make it as difficult as possible. Some dealers will lie and say they can't give you your trade-in back. They create a situation where you feel stuck. Third, legal confusion. Most people don't understand their rights. The dealer hands you a contract with language like subject to financing approval or conditional delivery buried in the fine print. You didn't read it. You didn't understand it. Now they're using it against you. Fourth, financial pressure. Many victims of this scam have less than perfect credit. They've been turned down for loans before. When the dealer says, "This is the only way you can keep the car," they believe it. They don't realize they have other options. According to consumer protection attorneys, dealers target specific groups with this scam: people with bad credit, first-time buyers, non-native English speakers, and anyone buying late at night or on weekends when banks are closed. If you fit any of those categories, you're at high risk. And here's the most infuriating part: the Federal Trade Commission has been warning about this scam for over a decade, but there's still no federal law that explicitly bans it. Some states have protections, most don't. Dealers know this, and they exploit it. This is important. There are no red flags yet. The dealer wants you comfortable. Step 2. The finance office. You sit down with the finance manager. This is usually late in the day, or on a weekend, or at night. Banks are closed. The finance manager can't actually get your loan approved in real time, but they don't tell you that. Instead, let me walk you through exactly how dealers execute this scam, step by step, so you can recognize it if it's happening to you. Step 1. The setup. You walk into the dealership. You're excited to buy a car. The salesperson is friendly, helpful, building trust. You test drive. You negotiate. You agree on a price. Everything feels normal. This is important. There are no red flags yet. The dealer wants you comfortable. Step 2. The finance office. You sit down with the finance manager. This is usually late in the day, or on a weekend, or at night. Banks are closed. The finance manager can't actually get your loan approved in real time, but they don't tell you that. Instead, they look at your credit, look at the car, and make a guess about what terms they can get you approved for later. They print out a contract with interest rates and terms based on their guess. They present it to you like it's final. They say things like, "Congratulations, you're approved," or "Let's get you signed up." Never do they say, "This is conditional and might change." Step 3. Signing the paperwork. You sign a stack of documents. You're tired. It's been hours. You're not reading every word. Buried somewhere in that stack is language that says the contract is contingent on financing approval, subject to lender acceptance. You don't notice it. Even if you ask, the finance manager will downplay it. "Oh, that's just standard language. Don't worry about it." Step 4. The delivery. They hand you the keys. You drive away. You genuinely believe you own this car. You have no idea that the loan isn't actually approved. The dealer knows this. They're betting that once you have possession of the car, you'll be emotionally invested enough to accept worse terms later. This is called spot delivery. It's legal in most states. But here's the thing, spot delivery itself isn't necessarily a scam. Dealers do it all the time to close deals quickly. It only becomes a scam when they deliberately give you terms they know won't be approved, or when they lie about the financing being final. Step 5. The callback. A few days or weeks later, you get the call. "We've got a problem. The bank rejected your loan at the rate we gave you." Or your credit came back worse than we expected. Or the lender wants a bigger down payment. These are all lies designed to make you think the problem is out of the dealer's control. The truth, the dealer never even submitted your loan to a bank yet. Or they submitted it to a lender they knew would reject it. Step 6. The pressure. You go back to the dealership. The finance manager presents new terms. Higher interest, more money down, longer loan term. You object. They tell you, "This is the only option." They tell you, "We already sold your trade-in." They tell you, "If you don't accept this, we'll repossess the car, and you'll ask for the mileage and wear and tear." They might even threaten to report the car as stolen. Some dealers will say, "You lied to us about your credit score," or "You didn't tell us about this debt." Anything to make you feel like this is your fault, not theirs. Step 7. The trap closes. Most people cave. They're embarrassed. They're scared. They don't know their rights. They sign the new contract with worse terms. The dealer just made an extra $3,000 to $7,000 in profit by marking up your interest rate, adding fees, or extending your loan. You'll pay that over the life of the loan, sometimes $5,000 or more in extra interest alone. That's the scam. And it's happening at dealerships across America every single day. Okay, so how do you know if you're about to become a victim? Here are the red flags you need to watch for. Red flag number 1. The deal happens too fast. If you walk into a dealership and they're rushing you through paperwork, that's a warning sign, especially if it's late at night, or a weekend, or a holiday when banks are closed. Dealers create urgency on purpose. They say, "This deal is only good today," or "We have another buyer interested. We need to move fast." Don't fall for it. There's always another day and another deal. Red flag number 2. Incomplete paperwork. If any fields on your contract are blank, or if numbers are written in pencil, or if the dealer says, "We'll fill this in later, walk away immediately." That's how they leave themselves room to change terms. Every single box should be filled in with ink before you sign. Red flag number 3. The word conditional or subject to. Look for phrases like subject to financing approval, conditional delivery, pending bank approval, or contingent on lender acceptance. If you see these words anywhere on your contract, ask directly, "Does this mean the loan isn't approved yet?" If the answer is anything other than "Your loan is 100% finalized," don't take the car. Red flag number 4. You can't see the interest rate clearly. Your contract must show your annual percentage rate in big, clear numbers. If it's vague, if it says to be determined, if the finance manager can't or won't show you the exact rate, that's a scam waiting to happen. Red flag number 5. They want you to leave without signing anything. Some dealers will let you drive off the lot without even signing a contract, telling you, "We'll handle the paperwork later, we trust you." This is a massive red flag. They're setting you up for a callback where they'll present whatever terms they want and claim you agreed to them. Red flag number 6. Pressure to trade in your car immediately. If the dealer is pushing hard to take your trade in before financing is finalized, be suspicious. They want to eliminate your leverage. Once they have your car, You can't just walk away from a bad deal. Red flag number 7. The callback itself. If a dealer calls you after you've already driven the car home and says anything about renegotiating, the bank rejected the loan, or we need you to come back in, that's the scam in action. You need to know your rights immediately, which we'll cover next. If you see any of these red flags, stop the process. Do not sign. Do not take the car. Walk away. There are thousands of other dealerships out there. Alright, so what if you're already in this situation? What if the dealer just called you and said you need to come back and re-sign? Here's exactly what you need to do. Step 1. Do not panic. Take a breath. You have more power than you think. Dealers will try to intimidate you. They'll threaten repossession. They'll pressure you. Don't let them rush you into a decision. Step 2. Demand the denial letter. If the dealer says your financing was rejected, demand a copy of the written denial letter from the bank. By law, if a lender rejects your loan application, they have to send you a written notice explaining why. If the dealer can't or won't provide this letter, that's proof they're lying. The financing was never submitted, or it was never actually rejected. Step 3. Review your original contract. Pull out every single document you signed when you bought the car. Look for the language about financing being conditional. Read every word. Take pictures of every page. You need to know exactly what you agree to. Step 4. Get POA-approved financing from your own bank. Call your bank or credit union immediately. Tell them you need an auto loan. Get POA approved. This gives you leverage. If the dealer says, this is the only financing available, you can prove that's false. Step 5. Know your state's laws. Laws vary by state. In California, for example, dealers can cancel the sale within 10 days if financing falls through, but they cannot force you to sign a new contract for the same car. They have to return your down payment and your trade-in. In Maryland, dealers only have 4 days to notify you if financing is rejected, and they must provide written disclosures. Google your financing laws plus your state name to learn your rights. Step 6. Contact an attorney. If the dealer is threatening you, lying to you, or refusing to return your trade-in or down payment, you need legal help. Many consumer protection attorneys work on contingency, meaning they only get paid if you win. There are firms that specialize in auto fraud cases. Don't be afraid to lawyer up. Step 7. File complaints. Report the dealership to the Federal Trade Commission at ftc.gov. Report them to your state's Attorney General's office. Report them to the Better Business Bureau. These complaints create a paper trail and put pressure on the dealership to resolve the issue. The FTC has sued dealerships for yo-yo financing scams and won. Step 8. Consider walking away. If the dealer's new terms are significantly worse than what you originally agreed to, and you haven't become too attached to the car, seriously consider just returning it. Demand your down payment back. Demand your trade-in back or its full cash value. Don't let sunk cost fallacy or embarrassment trap you into a bad loan. Here's the truth: if the dealer actually submitted your loan and it was actually rejected for legitimate reasons, then yes, you may have to renegotiate or return the car. But that's rare. Most of the time, dealers are pulling this scam intentionally. They never plan to honor the original terms. Don't be their victim. Prevention is way better than fighting a scam after it's already happened. Here's how to protect yourself before you ever set foot in a dealership. Number 1. Get POA-approved financing before you shop. Go to your bank, your credit union, or use an online lender. Get approved for an auto loan before you start looking at cars. Know your interest rate. Know your budget. When you walk into a dealership with your own financing, you eliminate 90% of the scam risk. The dealer can't play games with your loan if you're not using their financing. Number 2. Shop during business hours. Avoid buying cars late at night, on weekends, or on holidays when banks are closed. If you shop during normal business hours, when you walk into a dealership with your own financing, you eliminate 90% of the scam risk. The dealer can't play games with your loan if you're not using their financing. Number 2. Shop during business hours. Avoid buying cars late at night, on weekends, or on holidays when banks are closed. If you shop during normal business hours, the dealer can actually get your loan approved in real time. There's no excuse for conditional delivery if banks are open. Number 3. Bring someone with you. Don't go alone. Bring a friend or family member who can help you stay calm, read contracts, and ask tough questions. Dealers are less likely to pull scams when there's a witness. Number 4. Read every single document. I know it's boring. I know it's a stack of paperwork. Read it anyway, or at least skim every page looking for the words conditional, subject to, and pending. If you don't understand something, ask. If they can't explain it clearly, don't sign it. Number 5. Never sign blank forms. Every field must be filled in before you sign. No exceptions. Number 6. Don't trade in your car until everything is final. Keep your trade-in until the financing is 100% approved and finalized. If the dealer insists on taking it earlier, that's a red flag. Number 7. Ask point blank. Is this financing final? Look the finance manager in the eye and say, is this loan 100% approved and final? Or is it conditional on anything? Make them answer. If they hedge, if they say it's standard procedure, if they try to change the subject, walk away. Number 8. Get copies of everything. Before you leave the dealership, get copies of every single document you signed. Don't accept, we'll mail them to you. Take photos with your phone if you have to. You need proof of what you agree to. Follow these steps, and you'll make yourself a much harder target. So is any of this illegal? The answer is, sometimes. There's no federal law that explicitly bans yo-yo financing. The FTC tried to implement a rule in 2024 called the CARS rule, combating auto retail scams, that would have cracked down on this and other dealership scams. But it got held up in court and hasn't been implemented yet. However, yo-yo financing can violate other laws. The Truth in Lending Act requires dealers to give you accurate disclosures about your loan terms at the time you sign the contract. If they lie about your April or financing being final, that's a TILA violation. Many states have consumer protection laws that ban deceptive practices. In California, yo-yo scams can violate the Consumer Legal Remedies Act and the Unfair Competition Law. The FTC has sued dealerships over this scam. In recent years, they've won cases against dealers in Wisconsin, forcing them to pay refunds to victims and imposing penalties. State attorneys general have also taken action. If you've been scammed, you may be entitled to damages. Some victims have recovered not just their money back, but also punitive damages, extra money as punishment to the dealer. Consumer fraud laws in many states allow for triple damages, meaning if you lost $5,000, you could get $15,000. This is why contacting an attorney is so important. The legal landscape is complicated, but there are protections available. Look, I know this video was heavy, but this scam is real, it's widespread, and it's costing people thousands of dollars every single day. The FTC says this is one of the most common auto fraud schemes in the country. The best defense is knowledge. Now you know how it works. You know the red flags. You know your rights. You know what to do if it happens. Share this video with everyone you know who's thinking about buying a car. This information could save them $5,000. If you've been a victim of yo-yo financing, drop a comment below. You're not alone, and your story might help someone else. If this video helped you, hit that like button. Subscribe for more honest car buying advice. I'll see you in the next one.